Hello and welcome to this edition of the Time with Hime podcast. I'm your host, Lynn Cordes, joined by Superintendent Hime, back for a brand new school year.
Brand new school year. We got 2 days in last week. Had the normal, what you'd say, bumps and bruises, or, and I'm sure to the people, you try to explain we have 14,000 students, a lot of parents, a lot of bus routes, a lot of new employees. There's mistakes going to happen. Actually went pretty smooth from our side, but for those affected by the mistakes, parents, children, I'm sure, I understand that's not calming them down that they're the one of 14,000 or the two of 14,000, but hopefully we get all that worked out this week and we become less error-free. Obviously, when you're dealing with 2,000 employees and they're not perfect, you're going to have mistakes happen. But we do a really good job staff-wise from top to bottom, and this was probably one of the most successful starts to school in my career. 40 years for me, and it's very, very successful.
Well, and
so far,
yes.
Knock on wood.
Well, and I was going to say, and what was fun was to go into the school buildings, and I know it was a big topic of discussion and point of contention.
For months, and then people act like they didn't even know we had a new policy.
But we do, and so we have the yonder, and I've gone out there and watched them, and the kids are enjoying it. Just some hiccups and bumps with the phones, and
that's probably the most amazing thing about it. A lot of the students have commented to their parents and on different areas that they kind of enjoy the idea that they're talking to each other and they're meeting new friends and some of those things. So, that's why they passed the law. We understand that people say, well, that's the law. What's the policy? The policy, we got to have a policy. How you enforce it, schools did it different. We chose a route to try to take some of the gray out so it wasn't on our teachers to discern what was a violation and what wasn't a violation. But, overall, it seems to be working well. The kids are getting in and out of the buildings. They're getting them unlocked out of the buildings. I don't think we had any major incidents with kids rushing to get them unlocked. So overall, the cell phone policy, probably most of the principals I've talked to, it went better than they expected the first couple of days. So hopefully it gets even better today and the rest of this week, and it'll be a success.
That's right. And then we have another, we didn't get to really talk about it, but Senate Bill 745, which is the expanded age, Lawton Second Start.
Yeah, we call it our second start. It's kind of interesting. It's virtual only. I mean, I hear people say, well, you mean you're putting 28-year-olds in schools with it? No, it's virtual only for 21 to 30 if you didn't get a diploma. We checked in for people over 30. Hopefully they'll give some kind of leeway there, especially if this is successful. I could see the legislators coming back with some way where we could actually get a diploma for those over 30, but right now, if you're 21 to 30 and you didn't get your diploma, you can enroll in our virtual school, LVA, and we will work with you and get you the credits, help you get your credits, so you can actually get a high school diploma.
And we have more information on our website under Lawton Second Start. Now, when we go back to talking about some bumps and some things that happened over the last 2 days, car lines and buses. So,
the first day, the first week, car lines are slow. Drop off, pick up, and if you pay attention, they get faster. And, by week 3, they're usually 5 to 10 minutes at all the elementary schools, and they've disappeared. I understand that with our new fences, and we've got most of that totally implemented now, it does restrict some of the flow where you can drop your kid off and such at the middle schools and the high schools. But the safety is so much better, and so many people comment on that they really appreciate the fact that we secured our schools. And again, it's not perfect. Gates are supposed to be closed. We still got to, we leave them open throughout the summer so kids can use the playgrounds and such. So we got to get back in the habit of getting the gates closed and locked. We're working on that. But car lines are moving. We do encourage parents, guys, it's 100 degrees. I drive by elementaries all the time at 1:30, 2 o'clock, 2 hours early. People are lining up. That's your prerogative. But we do encourage you not to get there quite that early so if one of the officers comes and asks you or just checks on you, there's a lot of people considers that a safety issue with a parked car right out in front of a school. So we'd rather you wait a little closer, and you'll find out, like I said,
goes pretty quick.
When it gets to the middle of September, you can if you got there 5 minutes late, you'd just be driving through and picking up your child. So.
And to please follow the signs on the gates because, like you said, we had them open during the summer.
Yes.
And now that they're on there, so we've had some gates open, just stay a little longer open to get the traffic in the first day, but those will close back on time. Don't go into the do not enter, because that's going to cause some traffic jams. For
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have our officers, and they're stationed in different areas, and we've got cameras and people watching the cameras. But the general idea is we have limited access to those campuses by car or vehicle, and limited exits, so we can kind of control that flow of traffic, and it works. You know, if you're a parent, hopefully you can park in the front of those buildings in the visitor areas. We work hard on our staff not parking in those areas, so there's plenty of room for parents. Students are the ones that are going into the back or the parking areas with the limited entrances and exits. And so, you know, just bear with us. Same way with buses, transportation. You know, we run, you know, everybody seems amazed when I came from my first school. I think we had 4 buses and 3 bus routes. You know, here in the second job, we had 12 buses and 9 or 10 bus routes. And now, you know, we've got 70 bus routes that run 3 times a day. That's and another 50 special ed bus routes. And when you're running 250 different bus routes a day, it's just not going to be perfect. And again, like I said, I'm not going light on those mistakes, because it would have been my grandkid who there was an error made in their pickup and drop off. I would be just as concerned as these parents are. I would not be happy about it. But just know we work really hard to make that happen. And one of the things we really take serious at Lawton Public Schools is safety. And we work hard to make sure our students are safe to and from school. And we will reevaluate all the things we made and hope we don't make those mistakes again.
That's it. And we'll continue to get better, sir.
Yeah, hot outside. Sports are going on the great side. We got a lot of students out for football. I'm hearing high schools are all over 80. All 3 of them, so that's over 240 students playing football high school-wise. Middle schools are going well. I know volleyball, softball, cross country, all those sports are getting into the flow. So it's that time of the year. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water if you're in any of those sports.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, stay hydrated and so forth. So looking forward to the competition starting.
There's one thing for our families. They've been asking for it, and we are working on it. We did not unveil it yet because we still have to work out a few details for you.
But we're looking at doing a season pass, athletic-wise, some kind of a family pass, possibly even, and make it where it'll be just for your school. So if you bought a MacArthur path, it'd be green,
but that would be for Mac Middle and Mac High School,
and get you into all their athletic events. And we're even saying that if you carry that, if they're playing at Eisenhower or at Lawton High, it'll get you into those events as long as it's a Lawton event at Lawton. Obviously, at Elgin or Duncan or Altus, it's not going to get you in.
Right.
But the general idea is just to give our parents, especially those with big families, a little break if they go to 3 or 4 a lot of athletic events, to buy a season pass. And so it's another one of those things we've heard interest in, so we're trying to put together that package to make it where we can do this without costing athletics a lot of gate money. That's how they pay their officials and do some of the other things they do for athletics. And so we're trying to find that balance, and that'll be unveiled and hopefully in the next few days, and hopefully it's a success.
Well, and then the money you save on the gate, you can just have the kids eat from the concession stand. Some good popcorn and
new
hot dogs.
concession stands will be open this year at our new facility, the new locker rooms. Again, new buildings, always some bumps, and we're already looking at some things we want to fix in those, but it is exciting to know that our girls actually in softball have a place to dress this year.
It's going to be a great year, you guys. Lots of different things. We just wanted to welcome everybody back, share some updates that we have. We'll be back weekly, and bring some guests on. And today it's just us, but hopefully you'll see more kids and other people.
Remember, if you got a question, send it to us at info@lawtonps.org. Anything you'd like us to talk about on the podcast, send it to info@lawtonps.org. Same way with our webpage is lawtonps.org. Get on there and look at it. If you can't find something or it's not skating right, let us know. We try to work on that all the time. You know, the idea is make it user-friendly. They always say if you can make it one click, it's great. But when you got 1,000 things on a web page, everything can't be one click.
That's right.
We try. So we try to put the most used things to fewest clicks. So if there's something you're having trouble finding and it was 7 clicks, maybe we can find a way to make it 2. So just let us know on that, and we'll continue to try to make, you know, we have a saying at Lawton, you don't have to be bad to get better, and we're always trying to make our web page better.
That's it. Thank you, Mr. Hime, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We have lots of great things coming up, and we can't wait to see you next week. But until then, be well, stay safe, and make positive impacts. Have a great year, you guys.